Liverpool v everybody. Start 11 is out and confirmed. Allison in goal, of course. Trent, Nat Phillips. I'll come back to that. Gets the start. Gomez, Robbo, Genie, Hendo, and Curtis Jones. And then the usual front three: Salah, Firmino, Mane. I believe that's what it is. Hope I got that right. Nat Phillips, haven't seen him play in a while, and I don't know if it's a physicality thing. I thought Reese Williams was a bit taller. Maybe he's not as far as his width, his just all around strength. I guess I don't know. But as always, we trust the manager, and I think for the most part the lineup is strong. I think Gomez has got back to some form, and also Trent, which we need. We need him to kind of get back to as close as he can to what we usually know of him, and particularly in an attacking sense. As I said before, I think Robertson has been the better of the two, if we had to really call it what it is. Firmino has been shaky, and I think, in general, when you talk about guys like Shaqiri and Origi, who can barely even get on the team sheet or the bench, let alone play, start, um, you get to think that, okay, how long does Firmino have to continue with, to put it nicely, subpar performances until a Jota gets in there, an Origi, someone else. It looks like we're back to our 4-3-3 today. So I love Firmino just like the next man, who supports Liverpool, but need to see a bit more from him. And yeah, I'm expecting a good game today. Obviously, Mikel Antonio isn't playing. It looks like, for what I heard, there was some talks about him maybe getting into the lineup, or at least on the bench. There was bit talks about Thiago starting, and by Klopp's press conference, you really couldn't tell. So yeah, we'll see how Nat Phillips does. I definitely didn't want to see Henderson at center back. It was strange to me to hear people on channels and social media even mention that. I don't really get why anybody would have thought that. If anybody from the midfield, maybe Genie, but I wouldn't see Henderson there. But they got Halar, I think, up front, who hasn't been the best for them. I think he was a big money signing. They got Yamalenko, I think, on their squad. I don't know if he's starting. If you don't know if he's playing today, I need to check their starting 11 as well. But we know what West Ham's going to do. They got the five at the back, two wing backs. Masuaku can be a problem. Let's be real. I've liked him ever since he was at Olympiacos. Bowen, again, I got to look at their line. I don't know if he's starting. Obviously, Rice in the middle. Agbana has been really good for them this season in the back. So it could be a tricky game for sure. Fabianski, I think, has always been one of the most underrated keepers in my opinion. Going back to his days in Swansea, Fab is a good keeper. So it could be tricky, and every game is going to be tricky. Just because that's the way the season is. Not really because we're missing Van Dijk and things of that nature. Those things don't help. But, what we have to keep in mind as well is we've had, 3 games? This will be 4 now, but 3 games that Van Dijk hasn't been in. The 3 games prior to that, all those stronger teams, stronger opponents, we've conceded less goals. So I know there's a bunch of complaining about performance and how we play, whatever. It's about winning games at this moment. I can't stress that enough. And today I'm going to predict. Actually, I'm going to predict the 3-0. I'm going to predict the 3-0. I think that's probably overconfident for some people, but I want to see us get a clean sheet, and I think we'll get to seeing some of our ways of enjoying our football, our flair, and getting Mane and Salah on the score sheet, maybe even Firmino, dare I say. But I see a good performance from Liverpool today. But we'll see. We'll see. It should be tricky, but I do think we can get the 3-0 and keep them out. Really interesting to see what Nat Phillips can do today in tandem with Gomez. So we'll see. Excited about it. Yeah, 3-0 for me, and see you guys at halftime.